Hi guys, it's Lynn here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Now today I'm going to be making a jade bowl garden arrangement. Now this is my original jade bowl garden arrangement here. As you can see, it's quite a large bowl, and these are quite a few different types of Crassula Jades in here. This is the more sort of wavy leaf variety. This is the more traditionally seen jade. This one here is the one that has sort of lovely little red leaves on them as well. And another more of the traditional jades there. And there's a lot of space in here, as you can see. Now what I was going to be doing, these are all my other little jade plants. I have quite a few of them. And I was going to repot all these because, as you can see, a lot of them very desperate to be repotted, roots coming through there. So I thought I have to get these repotted. And then I thought, hang on, because there's a lot of space still in this bowl here, I'm going to take these out of the pots and pot them into this original bowl garden arrangement. And I think it's going to look really nice because there's a lot of a different type of selection of different types of jades, as you can see there, some of the more miniature versions. And I label each one because a lot of these were gifted to me by special people from their plants, so they might all look pretty similar, but to me they're all very special and mean a lot. And I think it's going to look lovely when it's all bushed out. And the soil I've already got in here is 3 equal parts of a loam based soil, LOAM, and in this case I'm using John Innes number 2, and I've mixed it with sharp sand, horticultural sharp sand, and grit. As you can see, and I use it at 3 equal parts. And this is what's already in this jade bowl garden arrangement, and I've made up some more fresh soil of exactly the same mix there, in case I need to put a bit more around these. So these are going to stay more or less where they are. Probably going to clean up all the dead leaves that are on here, and then I'm going to make a bit of space to put these in. I'm going to be taking these out of their pots now, and then I'm going to decide where to place them in here. I'm going to show you then in a bit of stages. So what I'm going to be doing now then is taking these out of the pots and show you what they're like when they're all out. Now that's all of these ones here, all out of their pots, and the roots are pretty good. Got the little labels by each one, which I'm going to be keeping so I know which ones have come from where. And this is obviously the pot I'm going to be working with here, leaving these ones already in. And what I'm going to be doing here is just turning over the soil and getting rid of any dead leaves that have fallen off, so it all looks nice and prepared, ready to put the others in. As you can see, there's a lot of loose soil here, so there'll be no trouble transplanting these into this already made bowl garden arrangement. Now, if you want to know, I've made quite a few videos on jade plants, and I've made a video on how to get your jade money plant to flower. And if you want to know, then links up above to a video, and also I'll put the links down below on how to get your jade plant to flower. And I've also made a video on how to propagate jade as well, so do check that out. Links also up above and also down below in the video description. And I've also made a video on what are the white spots that you sometimes see on these jade plants. Sometimes you'll see tiny little white spots, and when you go like that, they'll come off almost like a powder. And it is down to usually the water that comes up, the type of nutrients in the water, usually from tap water. Completely harmless, but I talk all about that in that video. Links also up above to that video and also down below. So that's a little bit on some of the videos I've made on jade, so do check them out, guys. And enough of my waffle. Now I'm going to be, as I say, turning over the soil here and then getting it ready to place these in. Now what I'm going to be doing now is putting the largest one of them all in where there's the most space here. So I'm just going to dig a bit more of the soil away here, taking some of the little crystals off, and then gently placing this one here. I mean, look at that, the roots desperate to be repotted. Placing it into there like that. I'm going to be putting some more soil all around. I'll just move the camera a bit so you can see a little bit more of what I'm doing. All around there. And I'm going to put more soil around. So that's the first one done. Crassula Jade, Belfast. It was given to us from one of the cactus growers here in the Belfast Cactus Society. So that's that one. I'm going to turn it round again. Do side. and make a bit more space in here. See, there's lots of fresh room, and then that soil can then go over onto here as well. And then the second biggest one, which will be this one here. So that one that can then go here. Gently press that down. So use the soil that's all around here. And I can top it up with the other fresh soil on the top. So that's that one. Just make sure that it's straight. That's that one there. And then the third biggest one then can go the other side, at the other side here. Go. It's good when you can plant, and when you're doing bowl gardens, it's always good to use obviously similar plants. They don't all have to be jades in this case, but if you was to put up a lot of cacti and succulents that need different requirements, then it can be bad for the plants, because these obviously all need the same watering requirements as well. So a bit more of a hole needed there. Any leaves that fall off, then I usually just put them aside for a day or two, then stick them on top of the soil. They root so easily. And you get lots more little baby plants from that, so that can go like that. I'm going to put soil all around it again. That's the little label there. This particular Crassula was given to us as a cut-in from my wonderful friend Olga at Olga's Greenland here on YouTube. So here you go, Olga, doing very well. And you want to obviously, when you're potting up bowl garden arrangements, you want to make sure that there's plenty of space around all the plants, because if you pack them in too tight, then you're going to have to repot it all again in a few months' time. You see, there's a lot of space around here. This little one there. So I'm going to put some more now in the middle. And this is the other biggish, tallish one here. Can go there. And I'm going to put the soil all around it afterwards. And a bit more space here. Can go with the other little one there, and then turn it round again. A bit more space also here for another one, smallish one. In this case, this one here hasn't got much root, so that can just go on its side like that. And then turn it round again. A bit more space here. So this little one, this is one of the little tiny leaf growing ones there. And this particular little plant here was gifted to me from my friend Alison. It was taken from her 40-year-old jade plant. So as I say, there I left a little note on there, so that's extra special. And this probably can go, yep, there's a little bit of room here for it. It can be able to stay in this little bowl arrangement now for quite a long time. And there, and then just two left. This one again hasn't got much roots, it's more like a cutting, so that can just go in like that. And so you're topping it all up with soil then, so they're all tucked in. And then these are the two little ones here. Can probably go, let's turn around, but I've got more space here. Oh, yep, it can go here then. There, and this other little one can go next to it. Now, just want to make sure that these, obviously they're all in here. Now these are all the leaves that have come off, so I'm just going to leave these leaves here for a day or two till these have completely dried. Then I'm just going to place them on top of the soil, and they will root and form into new little plants very easily. So that's them all potted up, and to make sure that the labels are on all the right plants, so I know where I've got them from here. That one will be straight when I put the soil all around it. And there we go. So that's them all placed in the position where I want them. And now I'm going to be putting all the soil onto them and securing them all down. So here we go. Bit of soil here. As I'm using the same soil mix that is already in the bowl as well. I'm going to make sure all the roots are covered. There, a bit more of a gap. That's that one done. Very easy. And you can see there where I've placed them in. And then I want to make sure the soil then goes all around so it settles in well into this pot and there's no roots left exposed. What I'm going to be doing with this now, once this is all done, I'm going to be leaving it dry for probably about a week and then I'm going to start to water it again. That's because any roots that I've got damaged will have a chance to settle in into the new pot. As I say, there's a little leaf that's coming off there, no problem. Let's pull that off. I'll let it callus for a couple of days and stick it in and it will root really well. So I want to make sure that these are straight and supported. So I'm going to be gently pressing down now. And, that's it there. That's that one done as well. And it's just this side. As you can see, that's exposed there. So I want to make sure that there's extra soil going all around it here. That's it. And what I'm going to be doing then is finishing it off, putting a few crystals placed all around. So that's almost done. There you go. That's that there. And then I've just left, I think this is pretty much okay, but just gently press down where all the soil is so there's no gaps, and then they'll settle into this pot pretty much well, I think. And it's always the best time of year to pot on plants and do any of this type of thing in spring, summer or the early fall. As in here it's midsummer, so it's sort of a good time to do this. Really gives them a chance to settle down before the winter comes. And I'll just double check that there's no gaps going all around here. A bit of space there, as you can see. A bit more soil on there. That's it. And that's done. And now I'm just going to finish off with a few crystals and then it's all done. A nice big crystal here in the middle. A few rocks as well. Always adds a nice touch, I always think. Nice little shells as well. And there you go, guys, that's it all done. And it saves so much space because, as you can see, I had a load of them to pot up, so I thought I might as well use the space in this planter with the other ones. And I've got a few different types of Crassula Jade plants growing on in here, and I'm going to leave it for about a week before I water them again. Give it all a good water after a week, give it a chance for the roots to settle. So I hope you enjoyed that little plant rearranging, you can call it rearranging, it's more sort of repotting and rearranging. And if you want to know a little bit more on how to grow cacti and succulents, then please do check out my website, desertplantsofavalon.com. And if you haven't done already, please do subscribe. I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of succulent plant power from across the Emerald Isle. And until my next video, bye, bye, bye.